Hello and welcome to this WION's exclusive interview with Dr. Margarete Schramböck. She's the former Minister for Economy and Digital from Austria. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Let's get straight into it. How can digitalization actually help for economies which are transitioning away from, let's say, oil economy?
There is a lot of opportunities which digitization offers, I would say, to all economies, but especially to the energy sector. And
Right.
I'm proudly also a board member of Aramco Digital. I'm based in Saudi Arabia, so I'm happy to talk with you about that. So the technologies which are key is, of course, AI. AI is everywhere and is starting to transform whole processes. But also we should not forget a blockchain, we should not forget IoT, and what about quantum computing?
Right.
So quantum computing plays an important role. If we look at the full energy production process, it is important both upstream and downstream. So both sides are important, and not only in the traditional energy sector like oil and gas, but also in new energy sectors like renewable energies, wind and solar, and we will see a lot of it coming up in Saudi Arabia in combination with gas and oil.
Right. Uh, how important do you think is education and skill development for an economy that's trying to diversify away from, let's say, the oil economy like Saudi Arabia?
For all of us, really, education is the key factor. So education means everything to every young person. It is so important, and in this, it's important for all economies. And Saudi Arabia has done a great effort. I'm very proud that I saw that 58%, for example, of engineers in Saudi Arabia are female. Not many know this, and in Europe, we do not have this number of engineers, and the good engineers and studies that are engineering and studies in digital transformation which are offered are a key. So it starts at the very early age, and it's about technology, it's about mathematics, it's about cyber defense, and we need many young people. Advantage of Saudi Arabia is 75% of the young population. So 75% is very young population. So it's different to Europe, for example. So this is definitely a competitive advantage over other nations.
Right. So you spoke about certain critical technologies like AI and supercomputing, but what about for sustainable economic diversification and growth? Because there is a set of analysts who say it is not really sustainable when we're looking at technology like AI because it uses a huge power base.
Yes, that's true. Absolutely. So the countermeasures have to be taken.
Right.
So think about liquid cooling, for example. So if you run the data centers and AI data centers, processing data center will consume even more energy than the traditional data centers we have, and Saudi Arabia will have a lot of them. Of course, we need to think about energy, alternative energies. So first we can use the renewable energy. So consume renewable energy for running the data center. What I find very important is to produce renewable energy on the edge. So we're talking about not producing the energy, electricity far away, but on the edge where the data center is located with solar or wind, especially solar plays an important role. The water cooling I already mentioned, because if you have normal air condition that consumes a lot of energy. And what I find most interesting is the storage of energy, so interim storage and have capacities there. And again, using AI to optimize the energy consumption and production, so the whole flow. So I would say AI is both in this sector. It's the question and the problem, but at the same time the answer.
So how can global trade, for example, support in diversification for Saudi Arabia or countries, emerging markets for that matter?
So I would more say global corporations are really important. And exchanging, when we talk about trade, we often think about only hardware. and things like that. But it's about the software and the knowledge. So what we need is a flow of people, flow of knowledge, cooperations, competence centers, especially between the different continents. Take
Right.
India. India is an amazing hub and important center for the digital world so far. So having these connections and partnerships will play a key role.
Fantastic. It was fantastic talking to you, Margaret.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks a lot.
Good day.